The SCION IMMORTAL is a complex story as it follows the story of a certain General Alaric. He is from a race of undying warriors called the Perennial Warriors, and they are known for their ferocity and immense strength. Under the leadership of their avaricious king, rampaging all over the area now called Eastern Nigeria. In the fifth issue of this series, we see the General Alaric and his crew are still back in the Black Forest. The perennial killer Oganigwe has been downed, and so has one of the Diocopas, Chike. The synopsis of the issue reads: in the aftermath of the ambush, the general returns to Amaze bearing the weight of Odogwu Chike's death and the kingdom in chaos. As Ichie Kebedi clings to life, his chi stolen, trouble looms. Far from the ruins, Nkechi and a calculating Maxtalai plot to strip the general of his Ikenga powers. The cover image shows General Alaric lifting rubbles off of a victim of the invasion of the Amaze kingdom, and the secondary cover shows Alaric holding the corpse of his fellow perennial warrior in his arms. In the Black Forest, surrounded by his fellow perennial soldiers. In the last issue, he killed the perennial killer by activating a hidden power within himself, and after that, he fought with the mysterious marksman who took Nkechi and fled the scene. The chapter picks off with the troops still in the Black Forest. We see the general looking down at the corpse of Chike. He is taken back to the Amaze kingdom, and when they arrive, they find out that the kingdom lies in ruins. They don't know who attacked them, so there was a lot of unanswered questions. One villager made a statement that he heard that the attackers came for Ichie Kebedi, who was one of the ruling chiefs of the Amazie kingdom. He was asking what tribe was responsible for the attack until the general approached him and asked if he knew what happened here. The man replied that he did not, so the general told him to not stir up tribal division. They find Ichie Kebedi under the rubble of his house, and once the general noticed he's still alive, he sends for the palace healers, and they take him to the Ichie palace. For those who don't know, in the issue 2 of SCION IMMORTAL, the house of Ichie Kebedi was attacked by two assailants named Okute and Uloma. That's probably the reason why the chief's house was trashed and the kingdom looked like it was destroyed by a hurricane. Back to the issue 5 of the series, we see that they are at the chief's palace and the healers give the general assurance that the chief will survive. The general and his men began to ponder on the recent events that took place. Divide and conquer, the general said. Their enemies separated their forces, some to the Black Forest and others at the kingdom, and then they attacked them both at the same time. Just then, the chief woke up and said the words, Chi. We cut back to the woodlands where we see the marksman and Nkechi walking down a path after escaping from the hands of the general. Nkechi was quite mad at the marksman for taking her out of the fight against her will, but he made her understand that the perennial killer Oganigwe was dead, and the battle was tilting out of their favor. The marksman told her that he understood her pain, but he would not let her throw her life away. She insisted that she had the right moments to act, but he told her that her creation, Oganigwe, although short-lived, achieved a great deal in providing them with information about the general's secret power. Nkechi tells him that she doesn't understand what happened when the general killed Oganigwe. The marksman explained that the general is very different. What she saw was a real power that he had been seeking for a long time. He told her that the general had the power of Ikenga. The Ikenga is a revered horned deity and sacred carved wooden sculpture among the Igbo people of southern Nigeria. When Nkechi asked what the Ikenga power was, he didn't give a direct answer, only that the power was great enough to overpower Oganigwe, and it goes much deeper than even General Alaric realizes. The marksman plans to steal that power, and he enlists the help of Nkechi, who sought to kill the general to take revenge for the death of her husband and son. She wants to kill the general now, but the marksman wants her to wait until he extracts the Ikenga power first. Back in Amazie Kingdom, the chief palace of Ichie Kebedi, we see the chief tell the general that there were two assailants. They took his chi, which means his life force, which was probably why he aged so much, and that was all they wanted. The general finally understood the severity of the attack. They were at war. Chike had been killed 9 times, so he was gone forever. Ichie Kebedi's chi had been stolen, and now he was less than a man. The kingdom of Amazie was ruled by an emperor, or sometimes called king in the earlier issues of the story, and then under the emperor were the 4 ruling chiefs. Attacking one of the 4 chiefs was a kingdom-level threat, so the General Alaric was going to report to the emperor. The team asked him how he got strong enough to defeat the perennial killer in one blow. He told them that he just had a part of himself he could access for more power, and he couldn't really explain it. They queried him that if he had such powers, why did he let Chike die? But he took complete responsibility for his soldier's death. When asked about what to do with Nkechi, he replied, "She is now an enemy, and she will be treated as such. They would leave for the Emperor's palace at dawn. We cut to Uloma and Okute's escaping into the woods after stealing the chief's chi. Okute asks Uloma why she joined them, but then she turns the question on him. He tells her that he joined because he had seen the sickness that lies in the heart of the kingdom and it should be rooted out. When he asked her again, she just avoided the question. So now, we don't know why she joined this shady organization. We see the two, Uloma and Okute, approaching a high-rise wooden building structure that was overgrown by thorns and vines. This was the base of the masked man, and he can be seen standing menacingly inside. The two who attacked the chief worked for him. Nkechi also worked for him, and with this revelation, the masked man started soliloquizing. It comes together, an era in manifestation. Mine, my era. So, the 5th issue of the SCION Immortal ends, and we are left on a cliffhanger with more questions than we had at the beginning of the issue. Like any good uncompleted story is supposed to leave you. Who is the Emperor? Is he also a powerful perennial warrior? Who is the marksman? What do they plan to do with the chief's chi? How did General Alaric get the Ikenga powers? These questions and many more would hopefully be answered in the future issues of the SCION Immortal. I'll continue to cover more about the Comic Republic and other Comic Republic characters.